YouTube. So we have got day one here at the World Bodybuilding Summit, which is the seminar, and I'm in a lift and I thought it wasn't going to let me get out now. We have got the World Bodybuilding Summit, which is basically here in Italy. They've asked quite a few different athletes, bodybuilders, people within bodybuilding to essentially share their experience and their knowledge around bodybuilding, and they've kindly asked Cuba and I as well, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Definitely feel like I'm going in the wrong direction right now. I'll just walk down here. Anyway, so they've been kind enough to make some meals, and that means that we don't have to cook because there's not anywhere to really cook in the hotel. So it's ideal really for us, and it just means that we are well prepared with everything that we need for the day. So I will show you that as we go. Right now it's about going and working and actually trying to find my room.
Big man, good morning. I thought I'd ring you for today's check-in and for today's feedback. As can you hear me? Glutes are fully straightened, so if anything you look leaner. And my actual favourite shot of you is this.
Okay, so I've obviously this morning worked, then I've headed to the gym with Cuba so that I could see one of my clients, Noemi. I've been coaching Noemi for around 2 years. She's come all the way to Rome, yes, to look at be at the World Bodybuilding Summit, but to see me, because obviously there's not always opportunity to be able to see a coach in the same country. So it was nice to be able to see her, have a little look at her in person. We've worked a lot on her hormonal situation that she's had, just from things down regulating. She is 35, so she's not young, but just from things in her younger years, we've obviously just had to get that all sorted. And now that we have, the amount of change that we've been able to see has been absolutely phenomenal, and I love to do that. My clients, anyone that struggles mentally, anyone who struggles hormonally, to help them get into a great space so that they can make incredible progress is just phenomenal. And one thing I always love as well is taking someone from a part of their journey where potentially they weren't doing the best, whether that be from a competitive standpoint or not, and allow for them to realise that they can do it, but even in a very healthy way, to be able to optimise things from training, nutrition, and be able to make incredible progress. And as much as, yes, I have been an assisted bodybuilder in the past, I have done that in a safe manner, even if people like to say that, I've had changes, and I haven't. I really have, and if I hadn't had, I would be in a definite much worse place when it comes to my health mindset than what I am right now, and coming away from that part of my journey in a very unscathed way. I'm actually incredibly proud of that, and I'm not bothered about any of the changes that have happened to me. But again, hopefully people can see where I am. So we are in Rome. We're going to see the sights, which is exciting. Obviously Cuba and Cuba and everyone else might not want to go out and get lots of steps in, but I mean, regardless of whether I was in my competitive deep journey or not, I would have definitely not missed out on this. So the last time I was in Rome, if you can't tell, that is the Coliseum that is behind me. Last time I was in Rome, I was 17, so, or 18. It was great, but I definitely didn't appreciate it a lot like I do now. So it's actually nice to be able to see it and appreciate how incredible it is. I mean, I think that the actual getting in might not happen because I think that all the queues are going to be huge, and I didn't know when I was going to be able to actually go, so I couldn't really book it. But I'm going to go and look at all the sites, even if it's just from the outside, and I'm going to take you with me. So that is the Coliseum, guys. I'm going to get someone to take a picture of me because I don't have anyone with me. I'm going to create for this to be from like a bodybuilding sense. But imagine all the Romans that went in there to fight. Some of them fought to their death. If you're not putting that type of intensity into your training, all the Romans would have been very, very upset with you. I'm kidding. But honestly, if you're not putting that type of intensity into it, don't imagine or don't expect your physique to look how you want it to. So apparently, here in Rome, that is a fresh water fountain in that it comes from a spring. See, I'm just conspicuous with any places. Look at that looking so pretty in the background. Lovely little Coliseum. People probably think I'm weird walking around with my DG. I don't care. I don't care. Because it means that I can document my process and my journey and what I do and don't have to pay lots of money for it. Sorry to Gaz who's editing this video, but it's nice to be able to have someone who does content for us that's probably a bit more top spec professional, but also nice to be able to do it in a sense that also allows me to just do it every day, because I'm not going to have someone with me all the time. And we want to be able to see and show the day to day. Even if I'm not a competitor anymore, it's nice to be able to show what I do as someone who is part of fitness and lives the fitness lifestyle, competitive or not. You can still be a bodybuilder and you can do it whilst you still do stuffs. So I just went on the metro. It's an interesting experience. I actually think that it's even more interesting than the London Underground. I actually think that that was busier than any of the London Undergrounds that I've ever been on, which is always great. Just got off and I'm going to go to the Trevi fountain. I think that I could have walked it. However, didn't really fancy a 37-minute walk. So I'm going to go and go on the metro, and then now it was an 8-minute walk. So that was better, much more time efficient. And then we'll walk from here to the Spanish Steps. So I'm looking forward to showing you the Trevi fountain. Throwing some money in. I wonder how much money they actually get in there. I wonder if they actually take it out. I wonder if they actually put it to a good cause, because I hope that they do. Maybe it's actually to keep on top of the maintenance for the actual Trevi fountain. People putting that many rusty coins in, I can imagine that they'll have to clean it quite often. Right, looks like and smells like I might be close. If you've been a diver all your life, you can smell chlorine from a mile off. Trust me. I can always smell it from a mile off. Everybody's out eating dinner already. What time is it? 7:30? No, 5:30. And usually they're not out until Kuba's just rang me. See what he wants in a good way. But usually they're out and about eating a bit later. Life Italian cafe. Lovely. So that was my little trip into Rome. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Had my last meal, went to bed, and that was it. That was day 1 in Rome. Meeting a client, well, it was day 2 because I trained the day before. Meeting a client, doing all client stuff whilst I'm out and about, because obviously I have a few people competing this weekend. Seeing the sights, getting back home, eating the last meal, replying to clients that are in Singapore that are competing, and, well, they were actually in Vietnam, but they're from Singapore, and getting home to bed. Good morning from Rome. Hopefully you're all good in my Train by JP t-shirt. Please use my code MEG10 to be able to get discount off. So today is the World Bodybuilding Summit. That is a big expo here in Italy where there is lots of guys and girls who are very interested in bodybuilding, wanting to meet, as they would see, industry leaders, professionals, etc. do speeches. There's lots of different stalls who will take you along the process and along the journey. Very excited to have a little look at it. Everybody who is here as an educator will be doing a speech. I will be doing some talking around female bodybuilding and the goods and the bads that comes with that, but in a way that it promotes the sport, not demonizes it, because there's got to be goods and bads of everything, people must know, but also the fact that it brings a lot of positives to your life, even if there is positive and negative situations to it. And we've also got Cuba, who is going to be doing a talk around effective reps, progression, progressive overload. AJ Morris is here. He'll be doing a speech all around peaking for naturals and getting them actually in shape as a natural athlete. And then John Jewett will also be doing a speech, I think, around peaking, probably more so for assisted athletes, but it'll be a great one. And then there is Mike Sommerfield here. I'm actually not too sure what Mike's going to be talking about. And there is also Sean. I can imagine that they're both going to be talking about champion mindset and becoming, well, I guess Mike's second best in the world and Sean's been 2 times best in the world at the Olympia, and the last showing last week at the Olympia was just phenomenal. Watching that up close and personal in the front row at prejudging, he looked absolutely tremendous, like really impressive. I felt sorry for Keon because he was definitely very off, which probably was very upsetting for him, but he looked great anyway. Obviously he won, so he always had to look great. Anyway, we will be back next for the World Bodybuilding Summit. Just been getting all the meals prepared to make sure me and Cuba are all sorted. Very thankful to Georgia and Ludo, who have been preparing the majority of Cuba's meals so that he's nice and prepared. Just obviously making sure it's all in the containers ready to rock and roll. Hopefully you're all having a good day. We'll be seeing you next at the World Bodybuilding Summit Expo. We are here at the World Bodybuilding Summit. All the speakers are on stage, well, getting ready for stage, and they're all going to be in a nice order. Obviously today is all about celebrating bodybuilding, sharing experiences, and showing that people are just people. The mindset, the support, everything that they obviously create, and the knowledge that they also hold as to what they can do as well. So I'm going to show what is on stage now, which is currently Sean Carida talking about his champion mindset and all around what he's done to be able to achieve the things that he has, which includes talking about his wife and how incredible she is as well. So incredibly exciting, and what a great day.
So passionate that you just fell in love with what you just talking with them. He lived and breathed this sport, man. No one in this world can say a bad thing about John. So if you guys don't know anything about John, please go to his YouTube videos. Check out his just check out his videos, man. You can learn so much from him. Just about how to be not just a good bodybuilder, just be a good person in general. A round of applause from John. Thanks for us. And for your man, Sean Carida.
So now we've got John on stage, John Jewett, and he's giving a speech all around peaking. Obviously he's doing that for himself, but then also for other people. So if people can learn something from it, fingers crossed they do. The expo is absolutely rammed. Well, the stage is very big and there's lots of people that are watching, so it's going to be great. Fingers crossed we can share bodybuilding in all its glory.
Back then we weren't collecting data. It was just very whimsical. It was just very roll of the dice. You were going off, a lot of times you might have protocols. I see still this professionals that come to me and they've been given their peak week plan. A week's plan all the way to show day of what they should eat, what they should be doing with water.
So now we've got Cuba on stage and he's going to give a chat all around effective reps and progressive overload, all around fatigue management and making sure that everyone can progress, understand that they face need to learn how to train hard, and then they can think about actual fatigue management, because unless you train very hard, you're probably not going to have to manage fatigue. So that is what the next little speech is going to be all about.
Which is going to be all about training and how you can utilise progressive hormone principles to your advantage and hopefully get the most out of your time spent in the gym. We all aim to try to progress as much as possible, I think. With so much information out there on the internet, it's very hard to sometimes see what may actually work, what may not work, as everyone has all these different theories, right? So hopefully today, breaking it down for you as simply as possible so you can digest as much information as you can give as to how I approach training and principles how you progress hormone that allow me to make the progress that I've made at practice.
Now we are in the gym. I have my client Noemi, who has come to train with me, and lots of people watching people train. We've got John and Cuba training with two people that won training at the Expo. One guy from Canada, one guy from Italy, and then all these people that are watching us train, which is a little bit weird. We won't lie, there's not really enough weight to be able to watch here because it is just like a little Expo, but you can still get a decent session. Now you will see some highlights of our training. that we have finished the training session, all the guys are back on stage doing a Q&A for everyone that is here. Very insightful, talking about training, talking about calories, talking about pushing and driving. There's a mixture of people on stage, like Summerfield, second at the Olympia in classic physique, Sean Florida, 2 times first place champion, 2-on-2 at the Olympia, Cuba, great coach and all-round great athlete and advocate for bodybuilding, John Jewett, a few times Olympian, in 2-on-2. He's also done the Open, obviously a very big educator. Mans Henselman, he is a massive educator on YouTube. If you don't watch him, he's great. AJ and Keefe, who are great natural athletes, both coaching natural competitors, both absolute savages into the gym. And then Ludo, who is running the event, is a great Italian coach as well. So getting some good little talking points going on stage, which is good to see.
Very, very small circles. And it's a conversation me and John actually had in the gym. It's very opposite. Most people have a very skewed understanding of how to actually build muscle. Especially in the UK, you do have a lot of people that are under the impression that the more you eat, the more you grow. It's just not the case. If you eat above your calorific needs, you will just get fat. And the issue of a high rate of gain is, when you get fatter, not only it takes so much more for you to actually start to lose the body weight and get the body going into a calorie deficit, unless you've got an amazing metabolism, great genetics, which most people have.
Grazie mille guys for everything you do, for being here with us tonight, for inspiring us.
So that is the end of the World Bodybuilding Summit. It was a great weekend and it was great to be a part of it. Great to be able to speak to like-minded individuals, have conversations, talk about bodybuilding and actually be around others that actually get why we do it, competitive or not. It's just amazing and it can bring a lot to life if done in a right way. So it was nice to be around others and then obviously other people that are very successful within it as well, especially from a competitive perspective or even a coaching perspective. It's an inspirational thing to be a part of. But we'll be back for another video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you to Italy and we will be back again soon.